Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I thought I would do a video comparing the two kits do a kit comparison between the Ramsey by Cassie Brace and the Chase by Bonnie Brown. I love both of these sculpts, but I was having a close look at them this morning and I did notice some really interesting differences between the two sculpts. And I thought there might be some people out there who might be interested in seeing what these differences are. So I have put them here together, and that's what my video is going to be about today. So stay tuned if you would like to see a little bit more of the kit details and being compared to each other. So the first thing I really wanted to point out that I noticed this morning was when I did some photos with these two together the other day, my Ramsey just seems like so much more larger than my Chase, and she is a bit larger, but she's also a bit smaller in some areas, which is quite interesting. So I thought I'd share that with you. So this is where it was most obvious to me, and it's down to their little feet. So I'll just go and take the little socks off so you can see what I'm talking about, because I just noticed that this morning when I was looking at them carefully and going over their beautiful details. Now, both of these gorgeous Reborns, if you haven't if you're new to my channel or you haven't seen any of my videos before, were actually reborn by the same artist, and that's Tiffany from Coco's Nursery. So it's really good to have the same artist reborn a couple of babies so that they have the same sort of style. Do you know what I mean? So, because most of my babies are all so different with all different artists, but I'm really glad that I've got a couple that are very similar. So this is what I noticed this morning about the feet. So at first glance, you think, oh yeah, their feet look similar. But when I actually looked at the size of the Chase foot, which is this big, and then you compare it to here, I mean, I'm going to try and put them together. I was holding them up, and see, that's the size of the Chase. And this is the size of Ramsey. See the difference? I'm trying to do my best to hold them both, but his is so much bigger than hers. So that's interesting that even though overall the sculpt is smaller, Chase, just a little bit, the foot is definitely larger than what these little feet. She's got very delicate little toes and feet, where Chase has got quite long, very long feet. So I didn't actually measure them. But what I could do is I could measure Chase's and I could measure Ramsey's and put it in the description so that you can actually see centimeters wise the difference in size. But that was interesting because I didn't realize that the feet were quite a bit smaller. And I was even noticing like the chunkiness of the legs. He's actually seems to have a chunkier, thicker leg than this one, than Ramsey, even though Ramsey looks chunkier. So it's just so interesting how different artists sculpt so differently. And I've always got little Ramsey's legs out like frogs. So I thought that for a change, I would put them in a different position so she didn't look so frog-legged all the time. So that's what she looks like without her spread open froggy legs. I like to show her in the different lights. So I was looking at the hands. So hopefully we'll be able to put them. See, the hands are very similar in size. Very similar in size. So that was interesting. I'm just looking at the head size. Their heads are very similar as well. I'd say Ramsey's just a tiny bit bigger, but it's very comparable. I noticed that Ramsey's ears were quite small and that Chase had his ear, sorry, I'll just move it a little bit, is quite a lot longer at the top, with this one's shorter. Can't really see in the camera, but in real life you can see that oh, sorry, no, it was the opposite, was it? I'm trying to look in real life. Oh, no. Yes, it was the opposite, sorry. Chase had the smaller ears, and Ramsey's ears were quite a bit bigger around here. So that was interesting. So it was just all these different little aspects of them, how some had bigger feet than others, and some had, different ears. That I just think it's really cool seeing them together. And I'm sorry if the lighting it's could have gone dark a bit again. We keep having all these cloudy days. But it's just good to see the two sculpts by the same artist, even though they're still, a little bit different. No artist makes anything identical each time. That's what's so special about our hobby, is that they're always unique. They're always one of a kind. They can never be identical. And their noses, I was looking at their noses. Look at that. They're very similar. Their eyes are very similar. The lips sort of size and that very similar. Chins. Ramsey's just got a little bit more of a sort of pronounced chin. But they're both amazing sculpts. I think Bonnie Brown did an amazing job with Chase, and Cassie Brace did an amazing job with Ramsey. They're both beautiful sculpts that, everyone, I'm sure lots of people are enjoying their sculpts and their babies. So let me know which one's your favorite, or maybe you love them both equally. I don't have a favorite. I do love them both. And I've been just enjoying both of them in my nursery and having them in my collection and giving them lots of cuddles. Obviously, this little one here is just the newest one, so she's been getting some extra ones recently because I've only had her in my collection a few days, so those people who don't watch my channel regularly. But I just think they're just so cute. Oh, I noticed that Tiffany did their lips very similar. This one's got a little bit more white underneath, but I really love that two-tone where he's just got that little sort of sucky bit at the front, that little sucky lip bump there. But I just really love the way Tiffany paints her Reborns. I think they are really, really so lifelike, so realistic. And also her weighting is really, really good. Sorry about my nails. The weighting that she has on them is so realistic, and she uses this extra soft body fill inside of them that is very soft and snuggly. And the other thing, I've had some artists who put like sand in their babies, and they use like glass sand or something. But I've noticed that some artists, when you squeeze their limbs, you hear like a it's like a crunch, but a very soft crunch. But I was squeezing the limbs of Tiffany's babies, and there's no sound. No. There's no sound, which a lot of my Reborns, when you do this, you actually do hear just a gentle squelch sort of thing with the glass in there. So I don't know how she is able to do that. I really don't know how she's able to keep it so quiet, but it is nice. I mean, it's not very nice to squeeze it and hear it's like a squelch. So that's another amazing thing that Tiffany's been able to do with these babies. I don't know how she does it, but it's very much appreciated. Especially the weighting. It's when you hold them and, they feel realistic as well as look realistic. It just helps with that realism. As well as the other thing I wanted to comment is about the arms. I don't know what she does with the arms. I don't know if they're ball jointed or not ball, with the joints. They have the little slidey things in there. I don't know if she uses that or not, but all I can say is that some sculpts with their arms and legs, they're hard to move and position, but with this, the way she does it, you can move it to any position, and it's just so easy to do. You don't need to struggle, or you don't need to, like really pull and twist or anything. They're just really nice and free. You don't have to move much at all. So I don't know how she does that either, but I really appreciate that as well. So hopefully you enjoyed seeing these two together and what they look like compared. I really enjoyed doing these comparison videos. I'm also going to be doing one with my Levi sculpt. So those people who have a Levi and would like to see Levi compared to Ramsey. I've already done a Levi compared to Chase. So now I'm doing a Ramsey and Chase, and then the next one I will do shortly on my channel in the next few days will be a Ramsey and a Levi comparison video. So hopefully you enjoyed seeing my two gorgeous babies together. So hope you enjoyed watching this, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you like them. Leave a comment about who's your favorite, and don't also forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed to my channel, because I have lots more videos coming. So thanks for watching. Until next time, see you later.